Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Healing Her Hustle, the podcast where we get real about the struggles behind success, the healing behind the hustle, and the faith it takes to keep going when life tries to knock you down. I'm your host, Dawn Marie, and today we're getting raw. We're talking about doubt and not the kind that passes through your mind for a moment, the kind that moves in and takes over and convinces you that you're not enough. Doubt is one of the most powerful, sneaky forms of self-sabotage. It shows up when you're about to level up, when you feel you start believing in yourself, or when life knocks you down and whispers, you can't do this. And when you let that voice run your life, you lose the opportunity to succeed. Not because you ain't capable, but because you stopped believing that you were. So, in this episode, we're going to break down what self doubt really is and where it comes from, how it silently shapes your choices and limits your potential, how to silence that voice and start believing again, and how to build unshakable confidence even when you feel unworthy. Let's heal the hustle and take our power. What doubt really is. Let's start with this. Doubt is not truth. It's fear, as disguised as logic. It's that quiet voice that says, maybe you're not ready. Or what if you mess it up? And because it sounds so reasonable, you start believing it. Doubt isn't always loud. Sometimes it's subtitled. It shows up as potential, perfectionism, hesitation, or waiting for that right time. It tells you you're protecting yourself when really you're holding yourself hostage. I remember when I first started building my brand, I'd sit on ideas for days, sometimes weeks, telling myself I just need to think it through. But deep down, it wasn't about planning. It was about fear that it wouldn't be good enough. Fear of being judged, fear of failing. And the truth is, every time I delayed, I lost momentum. That's how doubt wins. Not by stopping you outright, but by slowing you down until you stop believing in yourself. The root of self doubt. So, where does doubt come from? For most of us, it's learning. It's not normal. You weren't born doubting yourself. Somewhere along the way, someone's words, someone's rejection, or someone's plant a seed of insecurity in you. Maybe it was a parent, a teacher, toxic relationship, or even society telling you that you had to be perfect to be enough. Those messages become your inner dialogue. And every time you face something new, a project, a relationship, a dream, that old voice replays. Pause. But what if that voice isn't trying to hurt you? What if it's just trying to protect you from pain you've already experienced? Doubt is fear of being hurt again and again, fear of being seen, rejected, or failing. It's not about capability, it's about safety. So, what if you started seeing your doubt not as a sign to stop, but as a signal that you're about to grow? Because that's usually when doubt shows up the strongest, right before a breakthrough. How doubt speaks into your daily life. Let's talk about the sneaky ways doubt speaks into your daily life and pulls you away from success. It sounds like, I'll start tomorrow. I don't have enough time. I'm not ready. What if no one cares? It looks like strolling instead of creating. It feels like second guessing your decisions until you talk yourself out of them. I do that a lot. It doesn't always stop you. Sometimes it just directs you long enough for your opportunity to pass by. How many times have you seen someone else doing something you wanted to do and you thought, that could have been me? That's the cost of doubt. The success you never claimed because you didn't believe it could be yours. Think about one dream you've delayed because you're waiting to feel ready or for the right time. There is no such thing as the right time. It is just time to start. What would happen if you stopped waiting? Doubt is an energy leak. Every moment you spend questioning your worth, you drain your energy. You should be using it to build your future. Doubt makes you tired. It steals your joy. It keeps your nervous system in constant what if mode. And when you live there too long, you start confusing uncertainty with impossibility. But there's something powerful you need to know. Your brain believes what you tell it most often. If all it hears is, I can't, I'm not ready, or it's too hard, that's what it will create. But when you start saying, I'm figuring it out, or I'm learning, your energy shifts from fear to possibility. You don't have to fake confidence. You just have to practice self trust. It is built by keeping promises to yourself, even small ones. When you say, I'll do this today, and you do it, your brain learns to believe you again, healing doubt. So, how do you heal from self doubt? Let me tell you. Let's talk tools, real ones that actually work. One, catch the voice. The first step is awareness. When doubt shows up, don't run from it, recognize it. Say to yourself, this is doubt speaking, not truth. Naming it separates it from your identity. Two, ask for proof. When your mind says you can't do this, ask, what decision do I have? Changes are, you'll realize it's not based on facts, it's based on fear. Three, take teeny tiny brave steps. You don't define doubt by waiting for courage. You defined it by talking small actions, direct fear. Every small win builds confidence. Four, stop comparing. Compareness is fertilizer for doubt. Your journey is meant to look different. Your timing is divine. Five, surround yourself with believers. Sometimes you borrow confidence until yours grows back. Find people, mentors, or communities that remind you of your strength when you forget. You can join one of my community groups on my website if you are looking for a place to have support. Or you can book me for life and business coaching. You can also find on my website, createyourmind.com. Let's get raw. I want to be honest with you. I still doubt myself. Even after all the growth, all the healing, and all the success, that voice still shows up. The difference now is I don't believe it anymore. I really don't. I hear it, I acknowledge it, and then I choose to move anyways, like starting a podcast. You don't need to elevate doubt to succeed, eliminate doubt to succeed. You just need to stop letting it lead. So let's get raw for a moment. There will be days when you question everything, your path, your purpose, your progress. There will be days when the voice says you're not enough. But there will also be days, even small moments, when you'll hear a quieter voice saying, you are. That's your truth. That's your power. And that's the voice I want you to start listening to. Doubt is not your enemy, it's your teacher. It shows you exactly where your healing still needs to be happening. So the next time you feel it rise, don't ask, why am I like this? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because every doubt that you face is an opportunity to practice faith. And faith in yourself, in your purpose, in your timing, that's where success begins. You are allowed to be uncertain and still unstoppable. You are allowed to be scared and still show up. And you are allowed to fail because failure is just proof that you are trying. Amen. So don't let doubt speak louder than your destiny. You are more capable than you realize, and your story isn't over yet. Thank you for tuning in to Healing Her Hustle. If this episode touched your heart, share it with a friend who's been doubting herself. Let her know she is not alone. Let her journey still matter. Follow Healing Her Hustle on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube for weekly episodes on healing, mindset, and women's empowerment. And remember, you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to keep showing up. Until next time, stay gentle, stay grounded, and keep healing your hustle. And if you have a story you would like to be featured on Healing Her Hustle, please remember to email it to us or DM us on one of our social medias like Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, or comment on YouTube that you have a story you would like for us to read, and I will be happy to read it as either a bonus episode or to be added to the next episode. I'm sending you off on a beautiful day with love and light.